Hey guys, this is Issues with Teddy. Once get by, am you're not. What are you gonna do about it on this Friday? TGIF, guys, TGIF. That used to be a whole lineup on Friday night. TGIF Friday. It was a whole lineup for what you used to watch on television. Times are changing, guys. How you doing? What are you eating, drinking? Where are you this time of the day? Where are you this time of the day? Where in the world are you? Guys, I wanted to talk to you about some stuff that I've touched on in some videos, and you guys have been real, questionable in a good way about it, and so things that were not overlooked, but just not looked at enough, okay? So the Barney thing, I brought up the Barney doll. Guys, the interrogation, that Barney doll, during Nick's interrogation, is really important. Did Nick remember seeing it? And his answer to that was just really, it was, first he was so sure that he saw it, and then he was questionable about it. And it makes me feel like there was something he was trying to protect Gypsy about. And then, if you remember, there was so much emphasis on, did Nick do anything sexual to Dee Dee? I mean, the interrogator, the detective, his detective, the female detective, kept going on. Are you sure? Are you sure you didn't? Which makes me wonder, did something happen, and just because of so much time that had passed by, they just weren't sure what it was that happened? Because Gypsy is so perverse, could she have done something to her mom that was just, I mean, she did enough. Would it really surprise if she did something actual to her mom, or made it look like something was done? I would expect that from Gypsy at this point. I really would. She is a very, very sick individual who used pictures of herself to try to, I guess, win her dad back. I can't understand. Why did she send those pictures to her dad? She sent them. Why? I mean, if she wanted to get her dad back and she was concerned, all she had to do was write, "Daddy, Mommy is abusing me," just like she told the world later. No. She wanted to use her own body to get her dad back, thinking, I guess, he wouldn't be able to look away. He wouldn't be able to deny himself of the desire to be with his daughter. I mean, why? Because that's what's worked for Gypsy, apparently. That's all that's worked for Gypsy, in her opinion. That's all she's either good for in her mind, or that's all anybody else is good for in her mind. She's very actual, and she could say what she wants about Ryan. I think Ryan got her off because a toothbrush got her off. Let's just face it, guys. I mean, come on, let's be real. And I totally believe that Ryan was more attentive than a toothbrush. Probably more what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah. Probably was able to not be plugged in and not need to be held. Probably, right? Guys, that, stuff like that, it's funny unless you're Ryan, and it's not funny, and unless you're Gypsy, I guess. But she videotaped that. She turned those videos into masterpieces of porn. So she should get credit for what credit is due, and that's something that maybe she could look into doing. I've said that before, for a career for her, and then she should take pride in it. She should take pride in it. But to give the credit to somebody else when it was all her, that's not the right thing to do. Guys, I said to you that Gypsy was spoiled. In the house, we see one thing after another, with Gypsy having so much stuff that was hers. More so hers than her mom's, right? So, where's who really dislikes their kid and then buys them a bunch of shit over and over and over again and takes them places. Just because you don't pay for it doesn't mean it's not a pain in the ass to go. And especially when you're somebody as big as Dee Dee, Disney World's hot, very hot. Some people don't want to walk around it. Gypsy got to do everything she wanted to do because Dee Dee wanted to make sure she did, whether it was by grifting or not. It was Gypsy that had most of the benefits, like we said before, like we spoke about before. But then, again, it goes to that big question, and this is the question that seriously I'd like somebody to ask Gypsy, or somebody to ask somebody who's friends with Gypsy. Why didn't Gypsy go to therapy if she was so traumatized? She keeps using her childhood as something that traumatized her, yet not enough did it traumatize her to go to therapy for it. And now she's raising a child, and supposedly she's traumatized from her own childhood. She's only traumatized from her own childhood when it's convenient. Otherwise, she's a well put together woman, according to her, who can take care of her own daughter, drive her own car, be responsible for her decisions. Clearly, no, she's not responsible for her own decisions. Look at what she's done in the past year. Married one guy, got pregnant by another guy. We're not sure who the baby daddy is, honestly. We're not sure. We're not ready to bet any money on it, right? But Gypsy wants us to believe one lie after another. And she wants us to have pity on this ABUSIVE childhood and how traumatic it was, and an excuse for everything she's done. But miraculously, she's all better. She never went to therapy to get all better. And she, I guess, healed herself. So, Gypsy, if you're looking for a career path, how about, showing others how to heal themselves when they unalive their mom? That might be something. Or something to let people, do the most horrendous of crimes. Use autistic people, throw them under the bus. Use just good-hearted people that you could take advantage of to get out of prison and do that guilt-free without any kind of conscience, involved. Without any kind of conscience involved in that. Why? Why do you think that's okay? And this is is this what you're influencing? What is it? What is your brand? What is it that you are trying to put out there online? What is it that you're trying to push? What is it that you're trying to push out there? That you could do the most horrific crimes and get away with it, because that's really all it is. And we could treat people poorly when we question, why did you have a child? Why do you think you're okay? And where is CPS seriously saying, wait a minute, supposedly all this trauma, if she's so messed up that she got away with unaliving her mom, where's the therapy that went behind that assures us that maybe this baby's safe? Common sense, critical thinking, I'm just asking. All those years of ABUSC supposedly at the hands of her mom, and she didn't go through any therapy. Come on. Gypsy, because she hasn't been held accountable for anything. She has not been held accountable for anything. Not for the marriage to Ryan. Not for what she did to Nino with having the minions and herself do those horrible racist remarks. Not for using Ryan and then having Bree share a really personal email, right? Where's the good things that she's done? I've missed them. Where are they? What has she done that's good? What has she done to make herself a better person? What has she done to progress into this world so that she could fit in as a good member of society instead of somebody that takes and blames and is, dangerous and haphazard and doesn't seem to care? Hmm? What's up with that? Where's that? Guys, there's no answers to these because Gypsy doesn't want to answer them simply. She wants us to forget everything until she brings it up and wants to play the victim again and all this attention. So again, I say, stop your crying, keep shum, go to therapy, and get yourself sorted. The reason why you don't go to therapy is because nothing happened to you, Gypsy. And going to therapy would only expose you in your dirty little secrets. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Be kind, guys, if you can. It's hard in this world. Alright, guys, I so appreciate you. I got a few videos coming out about different things. They are coming out. I promise. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for your support and everything. Please like, subscribe, and share. It means a lot, guys. I appreciate it. It's the currency. Thanks. Bye.